So Twig, a bit of a tough loss yesterday. What did you make of the performance overall?
Sturt were too good for us over 4 quarters. We got off to a sloppy start, I thought. They were pretty sharp and were on the back foot, and yeah, they were able to score 4 goals in the first, and we had a couple of good looks, but yeah, I felt that 2 to 3 goal margin was the range for most of the day, and I thought the guys did a good job to wrestle back some momentum after half time, and there were some chances in that third quarter we didn't take that could have had an impact on the game. And even into the last quarter when Donnelly kicked a goal, I think it was 14 points, and there was still a feeling of we could do it, but yeah, Sturt lifted again late, and yeah, I felt they reflected the game. They were just a bit better in key phases of the game and in all phases of the footy over the course of 4 quarters.
They obviously started quite well. Let's just talk about the start. How did you find, what went wrong early? Do you reckon?
We got smacked at centre bounce. Like we were 1-9 to half time in centre bounce, and yeah, we put a lot of stress on our back line, and Davis is a good player, and he got going, and he's got 4 by halfway through the second, and Donnelly was on him, and parts of it where you go, what else could Tom do? But we felt we had to make the change, put the ball onto him, and was able to curtail him for a period of the game. But yeah, I thought out of the middle we got owned, and I didn't think stoppage of the first quarter and a half looked the way it usually should for us, and they did fight back, our boys, but I thought that start definitely gave Sturt the momentum and ascendancy that we found hard to wrestle back.
What was the message at halftime? Because in the third quarter, we came back and we hung in there, and there was still opportunity to get to win the game, even though we had a bit of a deficit to cut. I mean, what was the message down there?
We just adjusted stoppage a little bit. We don't tweak too much, Joe. We're just getting back to some of the core parts of your game that might not be in good order. I'm not a massive flip the magnets man. There was times where you need to do it, which we did in the last quarter. But as we've shown, once we got back to getting our hands dirty around the middle of the ground, we started controlling a bit more of the game and had some good looks. We missed an easy set shot 20 metres out, and yeah, another drop mark going inside 50 in the third when we had a lot of momentum, and that went back the other end for a goal. So like I mentioned earlier, that 14 to 20 point range is where we were the whole game, and I do admire our guys for getting their way back into the game when it wasn't going our way, but overall we were just behind in the game for the whole day, and we're just deficient in some areas that we're usually strong in.
And what do you reckon we need to do, obviously, against South Adelaide this week, to obviously combat them?
I've seen South Adelaide a couple of times, and yeah, I like how they go about their footy. We usually have pretty good battles with them. In particular, the 3 games last year, but unfortunately they were a bit better us in that final. But yeah, I think that the chance to get back to the parade and really realign ourselves. Like we've only gone down at Glenelg by a couple of goals. You go down to Sturt by 4 goals and Woodville by a couple of points, and it's a bit of near enough's not good enough. And yeah, there's an opportunity this week to really get back to core business and not allow ourselves to find ourselves behind significantly in the scoreboard and have to fight back, because that's happened probably 3 times this year now, and it's a bit of a trend that's crept into our game. So we'll keep chipping away at reviewing ourselves strongly, and yeah, our players have got a great thirst to want to know what's real and educate themselves, and starting to have more rigour in their conversations about what needs to get done at critical times. So a lot of time for what our players are doing. Their effort generally is very strong, but we just didn't play that well yesterday.
Thanks, Twiggo.
Hey, Joe.